Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
Hi everybody, I'm Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash. We got today's trends and tomorrow's talk. So glad to have you hanging around with us. We got a whole crew waiting here for it too. Hey, right there. There's
Big Daddy James.
Walking over. Say hi.
He's our social media king.
Yeah, is that what we call him? Looking dapper there.
Yeah,
and
looking
right
great.
there's Matt Doolittle.
And you know where you find all of our social media stuff? You head to our website at dailyflashshow.com. There you can see all of our social media accounts, all of that fun stuff on there, all the behind the scenes action, and you can send us a note, flash at dailyflashshow.com.
Okay, we have to talk about the Phillies, Karen.
Philly's Karen. Okay, first off, Karen is a lady in the neighborhood that complains about everybody, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just mean and nasty.
Okay, so that's where the Karen that comes from.
Ball game recently. If you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock. But anyway, this guy caught a baseball for his son. It was a home run hit. Lots of folks went over to grab it. He was the one that got it, took it over, put it in his son's glove. It was his birthday. She comes marching over, as you can see here in the video, and demands that the son give her the ball. And her reason being that she was in the vicinity, so he had no right to take the ball. She never touched it.
Oh.
She just thinks that because
they went
the
in
ball
that
went
area.
in her area, that she had every right to it. This kid, it's his birthday. What in the wide world of sports is happening?
and it's just a baseball.
It's a baseball.
It's a baseball. It wasn't like a commemorative or whatever.
No.
I don't understand people like that, because whenever you say it's a free for all, right?
It is, and it's a baseball rule. It's actually in the rule book of baseball. Once the ball hits the ground outside of the playing field,
Yes.
it's open game for whoever grabs it first.
What's fascinating is the commentators were losing their mind over it. She turned around, the crowd was giving her a bunch of crap, and she flipped everybody off. Now, this woman's been misidentified twice, so we still don't officially at this point know who she is, but I'm sure the internet will get to it at some point.
I mean, the good thing for her though is she was in Miami, and no one really goes to the games except for the away teams anyway, like she was there for. So there wasn't that many people there to usher her
They're
out.
all locals, because keep in mind, everybody from New England moves to Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
They're locals, quote locals.
Right.
Someone will know who she is. Someone will. The dad got some criticism, which I was surprised for, because instead of standing up, some people said instead of standing up for the son, he just gave the ball away. But I think it's actually commendable that he just said, look, I'm not going to get in a fight with you. If it means that much to you, take it. The son was interviewed, and this young man said, I hope that ball means something to her. I mean, that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He goes, I wish her all the best.
And look at his face on this. Can we get Jamie? You gotta look at the kid. Looks scared.
Yeah, and the dad was frightened.
There's the mom. If we can get
this
Andrea's
is the crazy woman.
iPad.
Yeah.
That's the crazy woman right there. So we're Bolo. Be on the lookout.
If we know who she is.
Right there.
So I got to tell you that the internet lives forever, and this is one of the memes that's going out. Let's see if we can play it here. If it'll play for me.
Look, first the kid looks scared.
Yeah,
to
scared
death.
to
And
death.
the dad too. I'm not gonna say the
Yeah,
dad's
by
like
some
protected.
lady at a game when you just
Here we go.
Like,
She's been turned into Gollum.
AI won't be defeated.
So that's AI.
That's AI.
That was
yeah.
AI.
Yeah, that's AI. And now let me show you one other
That's
thing
awesome.
that the internet lives forever.
So as she does that, keep in mind too, this is the second time this is going around. If you remember a tennis tournament,
The
the
US
Polish
Open.
CEO who took the signed hat from the kid that was. Now here's another one. This meme's going around
For Spirit Halloween,
Spirit Halloween. The Phillies
there
have
you go, and I love that.
Right?
I love it.
People are having a good time with it.
That's
So,
actually minus the Philly shirt. I have that same outfit. That would be me. Can we go back to that, James? I have everything except the Philly shirt, and I have a Bad News Bears
For
shirt.
sure we have the wig in
do
the back.
you? Do
That's
you have
my
a wig?
no.
Do you
Well,
have a wig?
my hair is
Get the
gray
wig.
anyway.
Okay,
so, and
right.
the glasses and the ripped jeans. This is sad too. I think people. Well, okay. Here's. I don't want to take her side. You do pay a lot of money to go to these things. You want some kind of keepsake. They give you a lot of beer. Baseball is a game where you sit around and do a lot of waiting.
Yes.
All right. So I'll give you that. Still not proper behavior of what I
No.
just saw.
I can only hope that the dad's response in this continues to fuel conversations of, can we
Yeah.
get back to decorum? Can we get back to some manners and some politeness with one another, as opposed to being complete animals like this woman and tearing the ball out of the kid's hand?
And look what he got for being the nice guy. I mean,
Yes.
they got a swag bag from the Marlins themselves, from the Phillies,
Yeah.
a signed bat from the player that hit the home run, got to meet him, and they got an RV because the guy that owns Camping World owns the stadium or the sponsorship or something. They gave him an RV.
Throw a ball to me.
Yeah.
I want you to steal it. I want James to protect me. Okay.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. So we had her, we had the guy from the U.S. Open. There was another incident where somebody stole another.
As of late,
Yeah,
it
as
was
of
over
late.
the last month. I remember when
It
you're talking
just
about.
seems like it's been a spate of like these incidents at ballparks and sporting
And
events.
people at sporting events have this weird thing where they feel like they have to be a part of stuff now,
They're
and they want to get on
entitled.
it. There was just an incident at the Ravens game the other night where a fan shoved one of the Ravens players,
Yes,
and so a
that's-
Ravens
yeah.
player pushed him back.
Lamar
like,
Jackson.
Yeah, what are you
Yes.
doing? And then Lamar almost got in trouble, and he's like, "Whoa, they were coming after my teammate.
Right.
I don't know what's going on."
You know
You
where
see the
you-
video, he smacks him in the head,
Yeah.
and that fan has been banned for life from every NFL
Yeah.
stadium. Now, I don't know how that works. I don't know how you ban somebody for life, how he isn't able to get into the
Face
stadium.
recognition
But-
because
you
they
think
did it.
so?
I mean, we've
hope
seen
so.
this going on in the WNBA now with the women getting harassed on the court,
Yes.
and I've always been
Those
surprised.
things, those
that
things
more
are
hasn't-
not cheap, by the way. We're
No.
No.
I've always been surprised nothing's
We know what
happened
we're
in
talking
an
about,
NBA
right?
game.
Okay. You know what I'm talking
Yes, I
about.
know what you're talking about. Yes, the
Okay.
hair.
How much are they, Jackson? I want to know.
Yes.
I'm kidding. You know where you don't see this kind of stuff happen? Is at a WWE. You don't ever
No.
see them fight.
Oh, they've tried. They have tried.
What
Some
I'm
fan
saying
came
is-
out and Seth Rollins
The
dropped
wrestlers
them.
will come out
Yeah.
and do it, and maybe that's what the baseball player. Hey, hell, they got bats. Maybe they should go and have batting practice and scare that lady up to half to death. But you're right. Why do we feel like we need to mess up a pastime that it's a group involvement and it only takes bad
Yeah.
apples like this?
And what about, recently when we talk about these things, like even the players getting involved, the spitting that happened the other day at that NFL game against Dak Shepard, and the kid who's from Apopka, Florida, Jalen Carter,
Yeah.
who spit on him prior to the game starting. I mean, that to me is outrageous. I mean, what sort of behavior? James is champing
I'm
at the
sorry,
bit.
But
Just
Dak
stand right
spit
there.
on him first.
No, he did
I
not.
saw that spit come out. I'm going to stick up for the kid from Apopka. Go Phillies.
So we've got that, and then we had that one player smack Travis Kelce in the face
Yeah.
Yeah.
during that game. I mean, I'm like, what is happening here? Come on now.
He probably deserved it.
You know where else
Well,
this
that's true.
You know where else this doesn't happen?
No, nobody deserves it.
No,
NASCAR.
No one does.
You know what does not happen is NASCAR.
Go
You are
200
right.
miles an hour. I dare you run out on the track and see what happens. I've seen some birds get obliterated.
No apologies from NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be watching pickleball, and this crap like this is going to happen in pickleball soon
You
after
think?
a while.
Oh, I
the
bet
most
it
tame
will.
thing altogether. It's sad to see stuff like
Do
this.
you think though it's this culture that we live in where everybody wants a fight, everybody wants to see escalation, every video that goes viral is some sort of meltdown, whether it's on an airplane or at a sporting event, and people are drawn to it.
They hype it up too. I think I also know if the camera's on, if I'm going crazy, I'm going all out.
You're going full-blown crazy.
Here in Orlando, y'all saw that lady that went crazy at the airport?
airline ticket counter, right?
But the only thing was the guy who was twice the size of her that worked for Southwest. I God bless him. He could have just clobbered her. He was afraid of this woman.
He
Did you
doesn't
see
wanna
that
get
video?
fired or
Yeah.
He was like running around like, "Get away from me, lady." But he was probably doing it because he goes, if I do something, I'll
He's
call it
the
off.
one.
Yeah, and you'll edit it to where you only see me. And
Yeah.
so that's I believe that's what you're saying
Yes.
too. People do that.
So is it also the fault of social media or the mainstream media that we only show these little bits and pieces?
'cause of Matt
the-
Doolittle.
Matt Doolittle. Okay,
Probably.
we're gonna blame
Yeah.
Matt Doolittle.
I'm one of those people who walk away from that. I'm not pulling my phone out when any of that stuff happens. I'm like, I'm going to be
I
able to go
don't-
over there. I don't want to be a part of this.
That's
Like,
it.
I don't
like-
even think about
Who's
it.
recording this stuff?
Well, the
This
minute
is like,
anything
okay.
happens, it's World Star and the phones
Right.
are out and it's, they got
We
their own
should
production
call-
company.
Is it the motivation to go viral and make money
'Cause
and become an influencer?
Yeah, people
Is
want
that
to send
it?
their video off to TMZ as quick as they can and get
Yeah.
paid for it. That's all the motivation is.
Alan, we should get Alan Layton. I remember Alan. He does these NBA games. I bet you he
yeah.
might even been that day doing that. We have more Flash coming here. We're so happy to have you on this Friday. We're going to have more of today's talk and tomorrow's trends, so don't miss out on it. All right?
Yes, stay with us. We are going to be right back right after this. And let us know what you think about the
Yes.
police, Karen. Email us, flash@dailyflashshow.com.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. If you're a parent, you have to be smart about how you are sending your kids off to school, right? As students return to class riding e-bikes or e-scooters, many are actually taking a ride to the hospital. Joining us now to talk more is Dr. Mark Levy. He's a pediatric trauma surgeon for Orlando Health. Doctor, thank you first so much for joining us here. Are we seeing an increase in these e-bikes and e-scooter injuries with kids? Are you seeing that?
Yes. The national data says there's about 20,000 injuries per year or crashes per year in e-bikes and e-scooters, relating to about 3,000 admissions. Here at Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children, we've seen about a 250% increase in trauma-related injuries from e-bikes and e-scooters.
Man, that's scary hearing that. And, we think, well, our kids are riding bikes. What makes e-bikes or e-scooter crashes more dangerous than those traditional bike accidents?
I think a couple of things do. One is that traditional bicycles go about 12 to 15 miles per hour when kids are pedaling them. And these e-bikes and e-scooters can reach speeds of up to about 25 to 28 miles per hour. I've even seen some kids tell me that their e-bikes go 50 miles per hour.
Yeah, I have personal experience. One that says about 40, so I think you're right on the money. And that's scary because they're 13, 14 years old. They don't really necessarily know the rules of the road at those times. And you being working at where you work, I'm sure you see it, obviously, with a 250% increase already, number one. Is there an example of maybe your own ER experience that highlights really the severity of these accidents that are coming in?
Sure, we have lots of examples. I think the primary thing that is seen from these injuries is head injuries. And wearing a helmet is probably the most important thing as far as safety. We've seen deaths related to them. We've seen devastating head injuries that cause changes in kids' lifestyles.
Yeah.
And then we've seen kids who come in who've worn helmets and had brushed helmets have done well and not had any head injury at all.
So it sounds like no matter what, you need to get a helmet on. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas season. Kids and parents are all deciding on getting these things as presents. I think the E, instead of, like when I was a kid, just a regular motor, it took a while to kind of get up to 40 miles per hour. It's true, doesn't e-bikes, don't they take off faster as well? I mean, they get to a faster point than regular motors or engines?
Sure, you've seen those drag racings between electric cars and regular cars. They're much faster. They attain higher rates of speed at a much quicker pace.
Yeah, we got to get them on there and on that as well. And do you know if there's, and this might be a little bit off, should there be, or is there regulation going as far as age limits? Is there an age limit on these bikes that these kids should be on?
So there are no regulations to that. I think one of the important things is to, we've seen parents buy e-bikes or e-scooters for their kids and not purchase helmets. I think one of the important things is getting the appropriate helmet for the appropriate speed. And I can show you, I have an example.
Please do, yes.
This would be like a typical bicycle helmet you might see. This would be rated maybe as a 1 or maybe up to a 2.
Get those helmets on. Find out what size helmet they need. We'll have more information on this as well as everything we just spoke about. You can go to our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI. All right, looks like rapper Lil Jon, well, doesn't look like little rapper Lil Jon's Big John almost. Unrecognizable. He has a full body transformation. I want you to stop and look at your TV screen right now. He's 54 years old. And the music star recently shared photos from a Venice Beach fitness contest. He placed 3rd.
He looked amazing.
Good for him, right? In men over 45 category. In the photos, his signature dreads are pulled back, tucked underneath a cap. He's also wearing silk shorts with Soul Chakra and Lil Jon featured on the front. Lil Jon says that he asks all the time about how he was able to get in such good shape. And he says, number 1, as all of them do, it's diet.
Yeah.
Number 2 is getting on that treadmill with an incline of 15.
Yep.
And he sets the speed around 2 to 3 miles per hour. He claims that it will melt the fat right off of your body. Yeah! Yeah! Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for
He
you.
looks amazing. Yeah, it's a great inspiration. A woman from California accused of illegally registering her dog to vote, and she's cast 2 ballots under the pup's name. 62-year-old Laura Lee Yorks of Costa Mesa now faces 5 felony charges, including perjury, according to the Orange County District Attorney's Office. Now, the investigation reveals that she submitted mail-in ballots under her dog's name and posted about it on social media. She even shared pictures of her pup posing with the ballot and one of those I voted stickers. Laura reported herself to voting officials in Southern California last October. 5 felony charges for falsifying votes. And some people say this never happens. Well, clearly it does. We're seeing more of this.
100%.
It's crazy.
And if you're going to register your dog, do it legally. Register your dog legally to vote after they've passed on, like everybody else was
Right.
thinking,
Isn't
right?
that crazy?
That's sad. And
Yeah.
the ignorance of thinking that, well, it's okay to do that. And the very freedoms that we're giving, what a great honor it is for us to be able to vote, to be thrown away, to not have any credence to that. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
A Michigan mom recently gave birth at a McDonald's parking lot, and everyone's McLovin' the new baby's nickname. The baby girl, born early in late August, when Alice Rotundra started experiencing contractions that would not stop. Her hubby loaded her up in the car. They couldn't make it, so they stopped by the Golden Arches. And that's where baby Matilda made her entrance, right underneath those golden arches. Her uncle gave her the nickname McTilly, and family embraced it. McDonald's even got in on the celebration, calling it a McDelivery like no other, and welcoming baby Matilda to the Mc family. Congratulations.
So cute. Matilda. Millie is a nickname for Matilda.
Oh, Millie.
So,
I never knew
McTilly,
that. Really?
Yeah.
Millie.
McTilly. Tilly is a nickname for Matilda.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay,
my
Tilly.
bad.
Hey now, welcome to Preview Review, where we give you a sneak peek whilst we speak geek. Well, I'm your guide along this tour as we take you to Orlando, Florida to the annual Disney convention known as D23, where all the Disney geek nerds like me freak out with all the new stuff coming out. This is where we see all the latest updates coming to Disney parks, the cruise line, movies, and all the merch, baby. That's where the money is. First up, we are getting ready for a Tron takeover at the Magic Kingdom. The original music from Tron Ares will soon be pulsing through Tron attractions worldwide. This is all coming from 9 Inch Nails, so I can't wait for that.
Weird.
They're doing the whole soundtrack. For a limited time, the iconic ride will feature a special red overlay and music, of course, created by 9 Inch Nails, as I mentioned. It all kicks off September 15th at Tron Light Cycle Run at Walt Disney World here in Orlando, and September 16th in Shanghai. Tron Ares opens in theaters on October 10th, and if you get in line now, you might be able to get on and ride it. Now they open
Right?
the queue. Or if you want to pay for the lightning lane, that's on you. Next, we're getting a look at Walt Disney speaking directly to us. And no, we didn't have to wait for Walt to thaw out this time. He's going to appear as an animatronic.
Oh,
The
boy.
Imagineers team surprised fans with the news that Walt Disney himself will soon appear at the Magic Kingdom here in Orlando. He'll be brought to life through new groundbreaking technology. Now, hopefully it doesn't look like this one from Disneyland that is currently out there, because that thing is just frightening. Imagineers, do better. Please,
they can do better.
Do better, because this is not.
It's about Walt Disney. You're right.
That is not Walt Disney. And lastly, we'll wrap it up with some movie news. As we all know, we're getting a Toy Story 5 because why not?
Sure.
And they got toys to sell. Pixar fans got their first look at Conan O'Brien as the voice of a character named Smarty Pants, a toilet training device, which Conan on his podcast says, that's fitting. Toy Story 5 will be in theaters next summer. Don't forget to check out Preview Review channel on YouTube for more inside scoop on everything Disney. A lot of stuff coming out, a lot of celebrations. They're trying to keep up with old Universal Studios down the street, so
Yes.
they're trying to bring a lot more excitement to the
I
park.
could see that.
Yeah.
Matt, which one of these are you really excited about seeing? And then also, I want to know, is like, how many of these announcements actually see like the light of day? It's kind of like when you see those concept cars and then we never see the concept cars. Will this stuff happen?
I'm stoked for the Tron thing. They already kind of showed that off. Riding that ride a couple times as I have with that soundtrack, I think is going to be exciting. Now, a lot of these don't make it, and if they do, if you've ever seen the renderings of what they did to Epcot, and they tore up the front of that, and then what the concept art was supposed to be and what it ended up being, Not so close. So
Yeah.
they try, but we'll see what they do.
I have a question for you, Maddie. The new Tron ride, is it replacing an old ride?
No.
Is it brand new?
It's brand new. It's been there for about 2 years now. It's right next to Space Mountain.
Okay.
It's exciting. I love it, but it's super short for as long as you have to wait to ride it.
Wow.
Okay, and then who would have ever thought? Trent Reznor, hi, we're Disney. We'd like to work with you.
Yeah.
Trent Reznor, right? Who would have
Nine
thought
Inch
that?
Nails,
But it makes sense with Nine Inch Nails.
With
and-
Nine Inch Nails doing that Tron soundtrack, they've already released one of the tracks for it. They came out with the soundtrack or with the trailer, and it's a banger. I love it.
They've done more soundtracks though than I think a lot of people realize.
Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails.
Trent Reznor's been on
Trent
a lot of
Reznor,
soundtracks.
he's director too.
Yeah,
He directed movies too. Yeah.
Ah, well, see, there you go.
He's very multi-talented.
He did the soundtrack for The Social Network, if you remember all
Yes.
that. He
I
did that one,
Yes.
and then it kind of
And-
picked up from there.
And wasn't he part of Seven too? The movie with Brad Pitt, the horror flick with Brad Pitt.
We'll have to look that up, but that doesn't sound far from the
Call our
truth.
research department.
Get a
and see if
research,
we
yeah,
can
yeah,
find-
I like that.
All right, Maddie, thank
Thanks,
you.
Matt.
Well, a mom in New Zealand has broke the world record, forget this, running across a track made of Legos. I
No.
can't even believe this.
There's no way. I gotta see
Gabrielle Wall earned the bragging rights for the fastest 100 meters running barefoot on Lego bricks back in January. God bless this woman's heart. Wall, she's a mom of two, ran the 100 meters in just 24.75 seconds, said it was one of the items on her bucket list after suffering a health scare back in 2022.
Good for her.
Her amazing feat just went viral, racking up nearly 10 million
feet.
views.
I got it.
After Guinness posted the video. The track was made up of more than 650 pounds of Legos, the famous plastic brick invented by a carpenter in Denmark back in 1932.
Now, I had a little problem with this. But God bless her. I think it's cool that she did this. But she needs to do it in the middle of the night, completely dark, because that's what everybody. Having 4 kids. That's the real
Yes.
feat, if you will. And if you've ever, and you look at this, you're like, ha ha ha. If you don't have kids and you've never stepped on a Lego, you don't realize how bad it hurts.
I don't have kids, but I ended up stepping on a Lego at a friend's house. We were staying in the family, and it was the most painful thing.
Right.
I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is nuts.
Somehow, even though it's square, the sharp corner of it will always kind of stand upright, which is what you will always step on,
Yes.
no matter what. I love that video. I love,
Yeah.
and not a bad time. I mean, she ran better than I could.
24.75 seconds.
That's not
Yeah.
bad at all. Really, really
I'm
cool.
thinking, like, I'd rather run over hot coals than a Lego.
And I was almost
path.
thinking that too. That's going to be the new thing at instead of trust falls and walking on coals at work retreats, it's going to be
Running on Legos.
Legos. Matt, get that ready, okay? Get our friends at Legoland to load us up.
Yes.
In the meantime, we're going to give you more of today's trends and tomorrow's talk
Yes.
right here. Don't go anywhere. This is Daily Flash.
Get your Legos out.
Get
Get
your
ready.
Legos.
A Lego marathon. Maybe that's next.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Ooh.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson.
She is gorgeous, Andrea Jackson. I'm Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. We got today's trends, tomorrow's talk. I think everybody these days is talking about AI. Am I right?
Oh my gosh.
W-
Yeah.
we
What
to-
is AI? What's not AI? I have a problem with it not being identified on social media. It
Some
should
of
be
them
front
are
and center.
starting to flag it, though.
No,
You'll
I
see,
think they
like
need to.
LinkedIn will tell if you can.
Good.
Or not. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad they do that, and I think even we'll do our efforts as well, which I think is important.
Yeah.
We see stuff all the time. But first off, when we do see AI stuff, the whole thing about it, of everything. Matt, first off, we jump in. We got people watching the show, don't we?
We do have.
Why don't you jump in and tell
we
everybody
have
about
important
that?
people.
I missed your point.
We have important people all over the world watching us. 219 affiliates across the country. The American Forces Network. And today we are reaching out to our friends in one of the most powerful cities in the world.
Yeah?
At WJAL in Washington,
yeah!
D.C.
Yeah.
Which
See?
I got to visit for the first time with you real quick. It was a run through. We literally walked up, said hi to the White House, and went to Cheesecake Factory and left. And then I got to go back last year and actually explore the city. I loved it. I just got to go
It
up and
is
down
neat, isn't
it? DC's
Museum
really neat.
Mile and just go to everything. It was gorgeous.
It's safer now, thank goodness.
Yeah.
It is. But we're not going to go down that road
not gonna
today.
go down
I was fine
But
there.
it is safer.
It is safer.
Much safer. Yeah, I felt safe because I was with Matt. And because I can run. No, I can run fast. I can run faster than Matt. That's the only thing.
Shorter legs. Shorter legs.
Shorter legs
Go
is all
quicker.
it is. And I've always had to walk near taller people, so I've learned how to walk fast. Anyway, all right, this is what I want everybody to do. Everybody here in the studio, I want you to look at your TV screen right now and look at this picture, and I'm going to tell you where it came from. Here's a story that's going around right now.
Okay.
It says researchers claim they tested a robot in Africa by putting it face to face with a lion. The robot, trained to recognize emotion, supposedly glitched out, logging saying, "Cat big, scared," over and over and over until it froze. Engineers say it got PTSD. They say the engineers, it cost them $500,000 to take the brain out and fix it because this android that you're looking at, this robot, was afraid of the lion and it freaked out every animal afterwards. Have you guys seen this yet?
No.
No.
It's a lie. It is not real. It's being passed around as real.
As real.
And so it's basically, that is capping off what you had said at the top of the show. That's the things that we need to say are real or not. Because this story will go out, and even you can't see it very much, but down at the very bottom, this was made with Microsoft's AI. And so it was totally, this never occurred, basically.
Can I just say this? The Outrage tour outlouds the apology tour. Because you see something like this and people are out of their mind, and then somebody says, "Oh, by the way, that was AI," and then you never hear anything about it. And Alan brought up a video yesterday of a delivery truck. There are no doors on the delivery truck. You see a guy inside of it and a giant bear coming in and grabbing all the packages, and the guy's like freaked out. I'm like, that has to be AI because it doesn't say it anywhere here. And then sure enough, somebody in the comments says, "This is totally done by AI."
And it should be. I know like advertisers are doing it. I think Coca-Cola was one of the first big companies that came out and said this is AI. But that's what we need to do. And this is what needs to be on the internet. This is anytime any kind of picture is, because I'm not going to believe anything anymore.
Nope.
And then when you do see it, what if it, let's say this something along these lines were real or whatever, you would never believe it because you're like, well, that's just AI. That's not really, it takes you longer to understand it.
I will say I'm happy to hear that people are second guessing everything now a little bit more. They're being a little bit more, they're being more
Cautious.
Yes.
It used to be careful what you see on the internet. Remember saying that?
Yeah.
Be careful what you see now because it's just going to be AI.
It's that older generation you have to worry about. There's a video that went viral of this older lady watching a commercial for Grand Theft Auto 6 and thinking it was the news, and she thought it was that real. Like she was freaking out.
Sadly, not far from the truth.
I'll tell you what is real. Daily Flash, and we'll be back right after this.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
Welcome back. I'm Andrea Jackson. Time to give you some help with your home. Have you ever tried to adjust a cabinet door? Oh my goodness, it always ends up going in the wrong direction. So let's check in with our home improvement guy, Gator, with the secret to adjusting those cabinet doors.
Right here is a pretty common question. I get this a lot actually. And I don't know if your hinges are going to be like this, but they're all going to be close to the same, even though they might not be exactly the same, okay? So you open your door and you look right here and you're going to see a screw right here on the front and a screw right here on the inside. Now, not the screw that holds the door on, but it's just a separate screw on the back and the front, and that's what's going to adjust your door. Now, the screw on the front, if you turn it just like this, it's going to move your door back and forth, okay? Just like that. If you move the screw on the back, it's going to move your door in and out, and that determines how close it closes to the cabinet. Now, you just have to kind of adjust these, and then you have to keep closing them like this, and then keep adjusting the screw until you get your doors level. Here's a close-up view of it. This screw right here is going to move your door in and out, as you see, okay? And this screw back here is going to move your door in and out that way, okay? Now, it takes a combination of these adjustments, top and bottom hinge, to be able to get your doors right. Just keep playing with them, adjust them, you'll get the doors exactly like they're supposed to be. All right, then. Next!
Gator, thank you. Mystery solved. All right, we've also got a great hack for your dishwasher. If you have noticed spots on your silverware or glasses, you might try crumpling up a piece of aluminum foil, placing it in your utensil basket. Quick and easy hack that does not involve scrubbing. Use a small ball of tin foil, place it in your dishwasher's silverware basket right before closing the door. You can also try adding white vinegar in the rinse compartment to help clear any residue left by your dish soap. And placing a towel inside the door when you open it after a wash will help absorb the steam. And here's something most of us don't think about: washing machine maintenance. Yet those filters and pumps need a little TLC too. Carolina McCauley shares her home hacks on social media. She shows you how to find the drain on your washing machine. Once you open it up, you should also pull the filter out and rinse it. Before putting it back, give the drain a quick spray and a rinse. Once everything is back in place, you should have a fresh smelling washing machine drum. Okay, so we love a good shopping trip to IKEA, right? And if you're looking for some quick organizing hacks, we've got some great ideas for you. Here are 3 quick hacks for your closet, bathroom, and kitchen. If socks are an issue, take this plastic tube organizer for plastic bags. Remove the sticky tape, attach it to the inside of the closet door, then drop your socks in, and when you need them, you just pull them from the middle. How about an easy way to organize towels? This hanging kitchen cabinet organizer can do just that. Attach it to an available area in your bathroom, roll up your towels, and you are set. How about that pesky paper towel holder sitting on your counter table? Well, you can do this. Grab the holder, thread your paper towel roll, and insert it into a shelf inside of a cabinet. Stays hidden away, but is conveniently available. And here's our next idea. This one comes from At Home Hacks. She's showing us how to turn a simple IKEA cube storage block into a wine rack. You start with a 4-block storage cube, turn it upside down, then install 2 under cabinet wine racks, flip it back over, add your glasses. You can add baskets in the bottom, 2 cubes for storage there, very easy. You can see that she's flipped it back over. And then you just add your wine bottles on top, decorate with a few of your favorite items. And if you don't drink wine, you can easily turn this into a beverage bar of your choice. It's a really great idea. It's simple, and it doesn't it costs less than $100. And also, great gift idea. I'm telling you, if you've got a friend that's got a new housewarming gift, that's a great idea too. Hey, for more information on any of these great ideas, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Look for the Help My Home tab, and we will hook you up. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
When my mother Florence was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, I wish I knew there was a separate but related condition called agitation and Alzheimer's dementia. It can cause symptoms like restlessness, verbal and physical aggression, and there are different ways to help manage these symptoms. If your loved one has Alzheimer's and experiences behavioral changes or seems agitated, ask their doctor what they can do to help. Learn more at alzheimersagitation.org.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Do you know that according to a new report, child care costs have skyrocketed? I mean, this puts formal care basically out of reach for many, many families. Natalie Foster, president of the Economic Security Project. She joins us now to discuss how we actually can make child care more affordable and accessible for all families. Natalie, first, what does this new report actually tell us about really the state of child care right here in this country?
Yeah, we talked to families around the country for a year to understand how unaffordable childcare is. One of the things we learned is that families pay more on childcare than they do rent or mortgage. And in 41 states, the cost of care has risen over in-state college tuition. So it's out of reach for so many families. And we know that childcare workers' families are more than twice as likely to live in poverty as other workers' families. So it's not good for either side of the childcare market.
We got viewers out there that can totally relate to what you just said. So how can we actually improve affordability and even quality?
We can fix the broken childcare system by investing in a public, universal, and affordable childcare system in this country. Just like every child has a seat in the public education system, every child could have a seat in a public childcare system. It's possible to do. We see it in states like New Mexico. We just have to have the political will to get there.
You know, there's a lot of folks out there, they want more information about this. Where do you want them to go to find out that info?
For more information, go to economicsecurityproject.org.
All right, let's check in now with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on Apple TV Plus is the new song and dance competition series, K-Popped.
Iconic artists you all love,
Spice Girls, 대선배님,
will combine forces with the hottest K-pop groups to create performances like you've never seen.
And it's all going down in Seoul, Korea.
Get ready for an epic song battle.
We'll see who brings it.
I know.
we're gonna win.
Nah.
A group of Western artists reimagine their hit songs in collaboration with K-pop idols and compete in battle performances judged by an audience in Seoul, Korea. I chatted with producers Jake Hong and Moira Ross.
With Apple TV Plus, they had an idea that they wanted each performance to be like the halftime Super Bowl performance. And you know, that's no mean feat to pull off. But I feel that nobody let us down. I think we can say we reached those heady heights.
There's something for everyone in the show. It's cross-generational and it's cross-cultural. K-pop fans can watch it with their parents who grew up with TLC and Spice Girls and Boyz II Men. So it really is a musical celebration for everyone.
K-Popped is an energetic competition that revitalizes classic music with a K-pop twist. Again, you can check it out on Apple TV Plus. It gets an A and is not rated. Internationally renowned faith-based rock band Stars Go Dim has released their 4th studio album.
Are we so busy that we can't see the wonders in all of the beauty hidden in everything? Missing the way God is working and thinking we're in a wasteland when we've been standing in fields of green.
Stars Go Dim was formerly an American pop rock group from Tulsa, Oklahoma that formed in late 2007. I chatted with founder and lead singer Chris Cleveland.
And so being able to show up, and anytime I show up in a city and like even 3 people show up, I'm like, that's pretty great, you know? And so as long as I can do that, people keep coming and we can have those interactions, I'm going to keep doing it.
And Roses is such a beautiful song. I mean, congratulations on just that track.
Well, thank you so much. And it is exactly kind of what I've been talking about. That's a song literally about just taking a step back, slowing down, and really leaning in and seeing that the most beautiful parts of life are those small pieces.
Again, their new album, Roses, is available wherever you download music. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Okay, Tony, thank you. Well, check this out. A car company in China has a cartoonish approach to curing road rage. They've unveiled a quirky new feature that allows the driver to fire off an emoji in a 3D space and give the illusion of hitting the offending car. The steering wheel will have a button that serves as a trigger, and the system will identify the target through a camera before launching the images onto the windshield. What could possibly go wrong?
Because you'll get closer. You'd want to get closer to make it easier. That's the video games, right? So I say this would be fun for the passenger, maybe.
Yes,
you know,
but
to do
not for the driver.
And I have seen the technology's out there. They have screens where it's like a V-shaped screen where you can't see what's on my side, and vice versa. So they can make screens where they're private, where that could have like all the information you need, and then on this side you could play a movie or whatever. But for this, while I think it's kind of cool, I see nothing but issues of people, first off, the reality of people, there's so many times I want to throw things at people.
Yeah.
And now I can virtually do it. It's going to take just that one person who can't differentiate between reality and reality.
Well, my problem is you're on the road and you're driving.
And playing games. Yeah.
And why are you playing it? Like, there are so many other distractions on the road. Like, this is just one more reason that you could possibly get into an accident or cause an accident.
I don't want this.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I just don't want it.
But can't we just save this for video games?
Video games, or put it in the back and let the kids play it.
Can't you just check your road rage? Just be patient. I mean, I'm sorry.
Remember the billboard games on trips where you had to find the letters?
Yeah, or slug bugs.
Or slug bugs, yeah. What happened to those games?
Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Streaming for the weekend. Hey, before we head into the weekend, we always like to give you our picks for streaming for the weekend. Yes. This is where we tell you something you've got to check out on your streaming services. We're going to start with Maddie this time. Maddie, what you got?
Look, guys, my pick for the weekend is on Netflix, and we're winning with Charlie Sheen's documentary, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen.
Oh, good.
How do I present this with any class?
I think we're past that, Charlie.
We're past that, yeah. When you got a lot of shame about a lot of stuff, shame is suffocating. I lit the fuse, and my life turns into everything it wasn't supposed to be.
Get your tiger blood ready. Wow. I'm so stoked. They've got everybody. I don't know. He must have made nicey nice with everybody because John Cryer's in it. Chuck Lorre, all the people he burned that show to the ground. I mean, he's got everybody. His ex-wives.
Yeah, I think he's taking responsibility. I don't want to make him like he's a great guy or whatever, but he is taking responsibility about how drugs just ruined his life, and I'm sure relationships.
And 4 years sober, and that's why he decided to do this. Yeah.
So I would watch that.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
What do you got, Jackson?
Okay, my pick for the weekend: Unknown Number, the high school catfish.
We're like best friends.
But the more friends you have, the easier it is to be betrayed by them. Something dangerous could happen.
A high school girl in Michigan was cyberbullied for more than a year.
And who turned out to be the suspect shocked everyone.
This is so disturbing. I am still thinking about it.
I haven't stopped thinking about it since I watched it as well. I'll let you kind of give the synopsis of it, and I'll give you my points.
So this young girl dating a football player, they were a super cute couple. They start getting cyberbullied by somebody with an unknown number, constantly barraged with thousands and thousands and thousands of hateful, disgusting, obscene text messages.
Some of them saying, "I hope that you kill yourself."
Yes.
Okay, and so this documentary, and I mean to jump on you, until you wait to the end, you've got to watch the whole thing. It's going to make you think, who did it? And when you find out, you mind blown.
We're catching it this weekend.
Yeah. You got to watch it.
Yeah, it's on our list for this weekend.
And so, don't let anybody tell you anything else about it.
It's just so disturbing.
Disturbing, yeah.
And the fact that there's a relationship after the fact is also
that
troubling.
blows my mind.
Yes.
And no responsibility, by the way, the person does it.
Yeah.
However, our responsibility is to be back on Monday. We'll see you then.